everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Giants. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Second down following the run.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And Braith, the tight end's got it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. 3rd and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger to punt it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And here's a look at the starting offense. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. Play action. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's fourth down. On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's Jelani Jenkins that brings him down.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now out come the Giants. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught at about the 3. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offense. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. On second down, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here we go now.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. First and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
So the offense has it first and 10. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now Ryan on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They fake the give. Now Wentz surveying the field. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be fielded at the 8. He leaps over him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller, he just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wentz now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Wentz on third down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Play action. Ryan. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, a little 360. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second down, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Here we go now.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Blue 90.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And the Giants ready to come out now. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They come up in a two tight end look here.
Come on, let's go.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Ready. We got 3.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Through, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wentz to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go. Good. Here we go. Smooth landing.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 43 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And quickly, they get to the line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And the play clock's running down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Ryan, this will be caught at about the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that.
And now Ryan not happy about either their formation or the play call. Whatever the case, he's going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Ready.
And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Now Wentz got to have this one. And Brake, the tight end's got it. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the D-line's going to spread out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Ryan. And, oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Forbath to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.